Good morning, everybody. It's Brittany Lynn from Brittany Lynn Wellness. Today, I want to chat about not fearing the fat. This is one I hear all the time. I get Facebook messages from people asking me, what about fat? What about avocado? What about this and that? So I thought I could make this video to answer some questions about fat. And I want to clarify something. Fat doesn't make us fat, okay? We've been trained to think that way. But in fact, when we look at the way things are broken down and things are digested and absorbed and either used as energy or stored as energy, we often can line that culprit up with carbohydrates. So sugar, overdoing the carbs, that's how we actually store fat on the body. It's turned into glucose, or if it's fructose, it goes right through the liver and it's directly stored as fat if it's not used as an energy source. So if you're a really, really active person, then having a nice amount of carbohydrates in your diet is not a bad thing. In fact, it can actually help you out with your goals. However, if you're like the vast majority of people and, more sitting at a desk from 9 to 5, not as active, then you really want to actually watch your carbohydrate count. But I would suggest introducing some of these amazing anti-inflammatory fats in your diet. So the message for today is do not fear the fat. The reason I introduce all of my clients, I introduce fat into their diet is for cell communication, which leads to better hormonal balance, right? For most women, which leads to weight loss whenever we have a better hormonal balance going on in the system. So the type of fats that I am recommending you add into your diet are not the fats that you would get from eating a Big Mac from McDonald's. The fats that I'm recommending are the really good fats, like the omega-3, omega-6, and omega-9s. So I'm going to take you through some of my top foods that I incorporate in my diet every day to get my really good essential fats in my body. And by the way, since doing this, not that this is a goal, but since introducing actual good anti-inflammatory fats into my diet, I actually lost 2% body fat. So it's the opposite of what we think. So the first one is olive oil. Olive oil is fantastic to be used as salad dressings. Cold usage only, please. So this actually, we don't want to heat to high temperatures. The fat then becomes rancid and is actually a toxic type of fat for the body. It becomes dangerous for the body when we overdo that kind of rancid fat. Your fish oils, if you're a vegan, then a flax oil would be fantastic, but your omega-3s in your fish oil, DHA, this brand is Botanica. I love it because it's kind of like dessert, so you can get them in all different flavors. This one is a coconut pineapple, there's a mango one, lime. They're delicious. You put a teaspoon on it maybe right before you go to bed for those good fats to slow digest overnight, and it's a really good one for inflammation. Of course, avocado is the next one. So avocado, I'd probably eat half to a full avocado every single day. This is an amazing source of fat, especially for women who are looking for that hormonal balance. Great for brain communication, and again, slows down any sort of blood sugar release that we have in the body, controlling that insulin, which I'm obsessed with. If you haven't figured it out. And then nut butters. So nut butters are my go-to if I just, right before I go to bed, if I just have a teaspoon before I go to bed, it helps me actually sleep better at night. But I would say watch the nut butter. Some of them can be a little inflammatory, so too many almonds can be a little bit too inflammatory for the system. Peanuts, stay away from peanuts. Those are very inflammatory for the system, so stick with your nuts and seeds, sans peanuts. And then, of course, I already talked about how much I love coconut oil. The other reason why I love it is not just because it's a good fat, but because it can't be stored. And I already talked about this in my last video, so I'm not going to go into it. But you can cook with coconut oil on really high amounts, high levels, cooking levels, heat levels. So, and the fat actually stays stable the entire way. So if you're going to be sauteing or anything like that, use a high heat stable fat like coconut oil. And last but not least, when I want my milkshake, but I don't want all the crap that comes with it, with dairy and all that other stuff, I use real coconut milk. coconut milk, I actually scoop the fattiest part, the whole fat part of the coconut milk, into the shake or into your coffee as a coffee creamer. It's amazing. And remember, these are really healthy fats to add into your diet. So they're not going to make you fat unless you're eating a ton of carbohydrate. So that's my rant for today. I hope that I got to answer some questions that I got in my Facebook inbox all about fats. How do we incorporate them without putting on weight, and really to love the fat. A lot of your body is made up of fat. A lot of your cells, hormones are made from cholesterol, by the by. So we definitely want to make sure that we have enough good fat source in the body. I hope that was helpful. Keep sending the messages. I absolutely love answering them, and I hope that this one was a good one for you.